What's going on, Lead Gen Beast? Matty Ice here, Leads for Locals. Today, I want to share with you what I believe is probably the most epic workflow that I have ever built inside of GoHighLevel to date, at least at the time of this recording. It is so freaking powerful. I can't wait to share it with you guys. And I'll tell you, no matter how long I do this stuff for, it never ceases to amaze me what technology allows us to build to grow our business. Just the automations and workflows we're able to put together. It is just incredible how powerful this stuff is. So what I'm doing is I'm combining GoHighLevel with Mailbox Power. Maybe you've heard of them before. I've actually done a couple of tutorials about them in the past, talking about like different direct mail campaigns that you can do. They're fantastic for direct mail and postcards, things like that, because you get free, unlimited 4x6 postcards, and you only pay for postage. So it saves you an incredible amount of money. They have a phenomenal list builder, like just the amount of, just how super targeted you can get with the list that you're purchasing. Absolutely fantastic. It's really cost effective too. But today, what I'm showing you goes way beyond just a standard direct mail marketing campaign, guys. This stuff is unbelievable. You're going to be able to use this for so many different parts of your sales cycle. That's how I'm using it. So I want to walk you through step by step how I'm using it right now, how I have it set up, and what I'm utilizing it for, just to give you some ideas, for different ways you can implement this. And then I'm going to show you step by step how to actually create this, how to connect Mailbox Power directly to GoHighLevel. It's incredible. And by simply moving people from one stage to another inside of your pipeline, you can trigger some unbelievable automations and postcards and gifts that go out that can just send your sales through the roof, guys. It's fantastic for lead conversion, fantastic for client retention as well. And also, if you have a longer sales cycle, then kind of plug in the holes where people kind of drop off sometimes, right? Like, if you're submitting applications and, maybe you're waiting for underwriting, like in my case, I'll talk about, the business I'm using this for in a minute. But, there's a lot of opportunity for clients to go with another company, or maybe they get cold feet, and we don't want to lose those sales, right? This is a fantastic way to stay in front of your audience. In addition to sending emails, text messages, voice drops, and all that, this is going to take that stuff to the next level. So make sure you stick to the end. This thing is an absolute game changer, right? My only ask, as usual, if you find the video helpful, please hit that like button. It really does help. And if you don't mind, if you want to support the channel, please go through my affiliate links. I really appreciate the support, guys. I will have those links in the description. 2-week free trial to GoHighLevel if you don't have it. But then also a couple of different links for Mailbox Power, just depending on what you want to do. I think there's a trial, but there's also a really good deal if you guys purchase I think it's 3 months in advance. You get a really, really good discount, which by the end of this video, like when you see this workflow, you're gonna want Mailbox Power for a lot longer than 3 months. I guarantee you that. So anyways, let's hop into it. Let's get started. All right, guys. So first I want to give you just real quick, a little bit of context and background on the business that I'm doing this for, so you can understand why I put these automations together. So I started doing infinite banking concept in my life. I'm not sure if you heard of that. I have a whole other YouTube channel on it if you want to check it out. It's a really powerful financial strategy. And I decided to get licensed to help people with policies just like mine. And it's a pretty long sales cycle. And so what I'm doing, the workflow that I have set up right now that I'm going to show you how to put together, because you could do a lot of different variations of this, and I'm going to be doing a ton of more videos as I create more of these types of workflows. But the one I have right now is whenever I submit an application with a life insurance company for my client, I move them into a specific stage in my GoHighLevel pipeline here, and it automatically sends out a postcard and a gift, which I think is really, really cool. I mean, you want to talk about being able to stand out from your competition, make sure that you're staying in front of people. Obviously, you still want to be sending emails, text messages, and stuff like that throughout the sales process. But the more you're in communication with your clients and customers, especially if it is a longer sales cycle, the more likely you are to see that sale to completion, because there's a lot of opportunity for to lose the sale, obviously. So all I do is I literally just move my client into that stage, and it sends these really cool items directly to their home. And I have their address because of the application. So obviously you're going to need a way to get the address for this type of workflow, which I'm going to show you how to do here in a minute. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start with that. So I get the application. I have their information. I basically then take that information And I let them know too that you know, I'm gonna send you something as a little thank you or whatnot. You don't have to do that. It could be a surprise if you want. But basically, what I do is I transfer that information into GoHighLevel by simply filling out a form. And I'll show you the form that I put together here. And then I just put it on a web page in one of my funnels. I'll show you that in a second too. All right, so let's see, right here, infinite banking concept applicant. And so there's a couple of custom fields that I added here too, but first name, last name, email, phone number, date of birth, because also this is fantastic for birthdays as well, sending out gifts and cards for somebody's birthday. I mean, you want to talk about like a major bump in client retention and referrals and all that. This is the way to do it. So all the address, the company selected. I just basically, I have 2 companies that I'm working with right now, and I'll continue to add more. But this is just so that I have that information in their record in my GoHighLevel account. Spouse name, you know, if they have kids, whatnot. All right, and I submit this form. Actually, I put the form on one of my funnels here. All right. And I do this step first before I move my client into the pipeline that sends out the postcard and gift. That's why I'm showing you this first. So if we go to my infinite banking funnel, scroll down, policy applicant, I added a new step that just has my logo at the top, and then I literally just put the form on the page. That's literally it. But whenever I submit a new application for a client, I open this page up and I submit this form with their information. And usually I already have them in my GoHighLevel account, you know, name, email, maybe phone number if they booked an appointment. But then this adds all the other stuff that I need in order to connect them to my Mailbox Power automation. All right, so I fill all this out, I hit submit, and that's it. I have the information I need. Once I do that, then let me pull up my pipeline here. Let's go to pipelines. And I just, so basically I just added an additional step to my pipeline right here, or actually 2, so that I can keep track of how many different clients like I have applications for in various different companies. So I have a stage for One America applications and Lafayette. Okay. And so I basically, I move my client into that stage in the pipeline. I'll show you that really quick. Give me 1 second. All right. I just want to make sure that I didn't have any like personal info for clients on here, obviously. So you won't, I have it a certain filter on here, so you won't see any actual contact cards. But basically, like if I have a conversation with them and then we actually submit the application, I would basically drag their contact card into this one of these stages, and it's going to automatically trigger my Mailbox Power automation. All right. And if we go over to Mailbox Power, definitely one of my favorite tools now. This thing is so cool. I'll show you the automation here, and then I'm going to show you how to put all of this together. I also want to show you the postcard that I'm sending out. So here's the automation. If we go to, I'll just do manage shipments for now. All right. So it sends out a postcard, and I'll just bring this up here really quick. I'll show you how to create this in Canva. Mailbox Power also has really good templates for their postcards that you can use. A lot of them are free. Some of them you could purchase. I just made mine in Canva really quick. I really like Canva templates too. I'll show you that in a second, but it's just basically this actually inserts their first name. Because remember, I'm sending all that data from GoHighLevel that I have on my client into Mailbox Power so we can send these things out. And it allows us to personalize the postcard and the gift that we're sending. So it puts their first name right here. And I'm basically just thanking them for allowing me to assist them on their journey with this. I put my contact details, and then on the back, let's see, can I show you the back from here? I can't. Let's open up a saved project here. Oh, come on. All right. I guess I got to edit it really quick. But I think this is so powerful right here, guys. Watch this. Let's go to the back here. Basically, so this is where the postage goes and the address and all that stuff. But I basically put a QR code, and then I actually put the website that the QR code goes to, just in case, you know, they don't know how to scan a QR code, whatever. I want them to know what the website is. But I'm basically leading them to a really good educational like university that I have on how their policy works, what it does for them, all the benefits that they get, and what all the things that they could do with it. And a lot of times, you know, obviously we've had that conversation already, but this takes their education further, and it's just me providing more and more and more value to my clients. And it just makes it that much more likely that we're going to continue to move forward here instead of, them disappearing. Right. So it's all about providing value here. Whatever your business is, come up with a couple of different things that you can send people that, they would find really valuable. So that's the postcard that gets sent. Let's save and exit. And then I think this is really cool too. In addition to the postcard, they're also going to get these brownies right here. There's tons and tons of little gifts, like cool little gifts that you can send to people. So it's going to trigger the postcard to get sent, which again, the postcard is free. I just pay postage for it. Let's see. And then 2-pack of brownies that are actually customizable as well. And I made this inside of Canva, and I just think it's really cool. You could actually personalize a gift to send to your clients here. So it's going to put their first name on it. And I just being a little cheeky, I put a joke on here: enjoy, just don't tell the life insurance company, because a lot about getting life insurance is about your health. Probably don't want to eat a bunch of brownies. Ha ha ha, whatever. Anyways, that's the automation, right? And so I'm going to be creating a ton of different variations of this for different stages of my pipeline. So I'm going to be making one where if I do lose contact with them, I'm going to have an automation for that, to try to get them back into the pipeline. Obviously, I'm going to have one for when they're approved, like something where I send out just saying congratulations, things like that, right? So lots of different things you could do throughout your sales cycle. All right, now let's get started, shall we? Let's do let's get Mailbox Power connected first, and then I'm going to show you how to create the postcards and stuff. All right, let's start with that. All right, so let's get Mailbox Power connected. All right, when you're logged in, again, I'll have links down below for Mailbox Power. If you don't mind going through my links, I would appreciate it. And they make it really easy to connect your GoHighLevel account. Make sure you're already logged in to your HighLevel account, okay? And what's really neat about this is when you connect Mailbox Power to your HighLevel account, there's actually going to be additional actions that show up in the HighLevel workflow builder that are not there right now. It's like a direct integration, and they add some new actions that you can use. So we're going to click on integrations and API. They make this really easy. There's even a video tutorial on how to do this. Go ahead and watch that. It's pretty easy though. You're going to get an API key, click here to install. You're going to don't select your HighLevel agency account. Make sure you select the sub account that you want to connect it to. All right. And then from there, you're good to go. Mailbox Power is connected at that point. All right. Next, I want to show you, let's go ahead and create the designs for everything. And then I'll show you a couple things that we need to create in order to set up the automation here. All right, we're going to open up Canva. Again, if we go into projects right here, all right, and create a new project, they have, like for the postcards and stuff, they have tons of templates here. So I like doing the 4x6 because we get unlimited free 4x6 postcards with the Pro account. All right. Like I said here, here's a bunch of popular designs that you can actually customize inside of their designer if you want. I just have a preference of using Canva. That's all. One is not better than another. All right. But we're going to click on personalize. Let's go. We'll just name it test. All right. So we are designing our postcard right now. All right. Now inside of Canva, we're going to click on create a design, and you can literally just type in postcard here. And this is not the exact size that we need, and I'll show you how to adjust everything in a second. So for example, if I scroll down, like right here, here's my postcard design, and actually I'll link this down below if you guys want it. If you want to use this design, feel free to steal it. Now before we get into like the merge fields and stuff like that, so you see how like I got all this white space in the back here. That's because of the size of the postcard itself. You'll see when we upload it into the test area, or the test postcard. But what you can do is when you have a full design, okay, using Canva. So let's find a template that we like here, and then you customize it however you want. Come on. All right. Let's say we like this one. Actually, I think this is the one I used. All right. So there's the front, and then we'll add page and do the back. Okay. And you just customize it. I uploaded my logo on here. And then this is where I put the QR code. I created my QR code. Wow, I thought Bitly was going to come up. I created my QR code with Bitly. What's really cool about Mailbox Power, though, is they have a dynamic QR code that I would actually recommend. I am going to be utilizing that soon. I just wanted to get the ball rolling here. I was already familiar with Bitly's QR codes. I'll show you their dynamic QR code in a second here, but it's really cool because you can actually see the exact contacts that have scanned the QR code to get whatever it is that you put on the postcard. It's really cool. So it's great for tracking. So, but you could also use Bitly for now. Create new QR code. You literally paste in the link, and then you're gonna you'll like be able to design your code, and then you can download the image. You'll upload the image into Canva here. I have mine right here. Yep, I already have mine uploaded. All right, and then you just fit it on the page. I recommend putting the website as well, just in case people don't want to scan the QR code for whatever reason. And then up here, I did my logo. All right, so I uploaded my logo. All right, there we go. And you can come in here, change all the different colors and stuff like that. I'm not going into that. All right, but when you have your design, what you're going to want to do is actually select all of this, and we're gonna just scrunch it down a little bit. Very, very, very easy way to resize it and make sure it actually fits on the postcard. Okay. Now, once you have your design done, click share, download. I usually download them as separate pages. All right. So you download both pages. Okay. Let's get rid of some of this so it's not slowing us down. Okay. All right. Let's go back to Mailbox Power. And what we're going to do is click on upload photos. All right. You're going to find your postcard stuff. All right. And I think I already have mine in past uploads. I do. And we're going to click this, drag this on, and it automatically like frame the whole thing. Let me see if it does it on the back here, because sometimes you have to, so sometimes you have to frame it yourself. But all you have to do is, let's see, is it, just double click and then background right here. Okay, to get it full size on the postcard, right? But you'll see like the indentation lines here. That's why like you might need to resize the images you're designing Canva, like I just showed you, just to make sure that they fit. This is these indentation lines here are just kind of like the safe zone for your design to make sure nothing gets cut off. All right. So that's our postcard, guys. Pretty simple. And like I said, I mean, Mailbox Power has its own designs and stuff that you can use, but I prefer using Canva. Now you'll notice here, I still have first name on here. We actually want to take that off, and I will show you why here in just a second. Let's go. So we would come back into our design, delete that. All right. It's just basically to show, like give context for the rest of the content on the postcard design, so you can kind of work around it. But once your design is done, take that first name part off, and we're actually going to use a merge field. Just pretend I deleted that for time's sake here. We're going to click on merge fields, and we're going to go right here. We're going to grab the first name merge field. Okay, and we're going to insert text. Insert an empty text box. We're going to paste that in. And then we can, well, I should have, damn it. I should have changed the font color, but I did not. I should have done that first. Let's try it again. All right, paste that in and change this to white. There we go. All right. Now we're going to, come on. Transform. There we go. So we're going to move it to where the first name was going to be on the design, and we can increase the size here. And now it's going to automatically insert their first name onto the postcard. Really cool. All right. Let's see. That's it for the postcard. You're going to click Save and Exit Editor once you're done. All right. And that's our postcard. And then if you want to send a gift, which there's tons and tons of different gifts that you can send here, guys. If I go to Save Projects, create a new project. So you saw the postcard, but we've got brownies and cookies that we could send to people, candy, popcorn, drinkware, journals and pens, kitchen and home, like all this stuff. It just depends on how crazy you want to get with it. I don't think you need to go too crazy, but there's also gift cards, different little gadgets you can send them, books. Like it's pretty extensive. It's a pretty extensive library of gifts that you can send to people. But I like to keep things simple. I think brownies do it just fine. And we're going to click view details. Again, they have tons of templates if you want to use them. I'm just going to show you how to personalize it yourself. Right. I believe this was a 500 by 500. Yep. So for the brownies, the 2-pack of brownies, it is a, we can just go into Canva here, create a design, custom size, and we're going to do a 500 by 500, create new design. Okay. And just pick a template that you want from Canva. And actually really what I did, I just used background for this one, just to keep it simple. So I did a background. I just searched for dark background. Found one that is that what I did? No, I'm sorry. I went to photos. Let's do photos, dark background. And then I just picked the background that I like. Bring it on to the page here. And we can, actually what I like to do is do change the actual background itself to black, and then lower the transparency just to make the text pop a little more. All right, put some text on here real quick. Now remember, we have to leave space for the first name merge field, just like we did on the postcard. All right, let's do another one, and then you would just type in your text here. That's it. All right, so type your text in, download it, good to go. Come back to Mailbox Power. We're going to click on photo. You're going to upload the photo. I already have mine in here. Boom, there it is. I'm going to drag that on, and I'm going to click on background to size it correctly and save and exit. That is it. Okay, so the designs for our postcard and our gifts are done. Now we need to actually set up everything for the automation, make sure it's all connected to GoHighLevel. All right. So first thing we need to do is click on contacts. We're going to create a group. All right. So we're going to click on create new group here. We're going to do test group 1. Okay. We have our group. Next, we're going to go to saved automations. We're going to create a new automation. Okay. Test automation, and we're going to do drip time release automation. Okay, create. All right, we're going to add our first shipment, and this is basically the shipments are the projects that we just created. So we're going to add an item, save, so it automatically takes us to our saved projects, and here's our test ones that we just did. So I'm going to send the postcard first, add the shipment. Okay, we're going to add another item and add our brownies. Very cool. So going to save shipment. And also notice you can do a time delay here as well. So like you don't have to send out just one postcard or one gift. Like you could do it over, you could do the initial postcard and gift, and then maybe send another postcard a week later, whatever. It's totally up to you. So we'll save shipment. And then I believe that's it. We need to put it in because it's paused right now, but we'll launch it. Actually, first we're going to manage recipients. That's right, because we want to connect to the group that we just created. So we're going to connect test group 1. Okay, enroll this group, and you can enroll as many groups as you want. Okay, activate automation, and we're live, at least in Mailbox Power. Now we need to connect this automation in Mailbox Power to a workflow inside of GoHighLevel. All right, so let's head back over to GoHighLevel. We're going to click on automation. Okay, create new workflow, start from scratch. I just love this stuff. This stuff is so much fun. Let's do test workflow 1. I named mine policy applicants. I think that's it. Yeah, like policy applicant, direct mail, workflow, whatever's going to help you stay organized. So we're going to add a new trigger, and we're going to do opportunity changed. Okay, we're going to find our pipeline. Okay, mine's infinite banking. And we're going to select the specific stage in that pipeline so that when you move your client prospect to that stage, that's what's going to trigger this workflow. So mine was pending Lafayette, pending One America, etc. You can have just one trigger. It doesn't really matter. You can add multiple triggers either way. All right, let's save that. And actually, I like to, I started naming these too, especially if you're going to have multiple workflow triggers. It's important to stay organized. So there you go. All right, so let's click the plus sign. And again, now that we have Mailbox Power directly connected to our HighLevel account, if we type in Mailbox Power, we now have 2 additional actions that we did not before. This is so freaking cool. So we're going to add a new contact in Mailbox Power. And the reason we had to create the group that we did is right here. Okay, so we're going to add the contact to the group that we created inside of Mailbox Power, which, as you hopefully remember, we also connected to the automation. So anytime a contact gets added to that group, it's going to trigger the automation that we just put together in Mailbox Power. Really cool stuff. And then we're just going to map the fields here. So I'm not going to go through all these, but just to show you just a couple of them in case you're newer to HighLevel. So first name, last name. Okay, there we go. Last name. All right. Then you're going to do their address, city, state, zip code, country, email, phone if you want. And then I would recommend putting in their birth date if you can get it as well. And then any other additional custom fields that you put on like that form I showed you earlier, anything else that you want to send over to Mailbox Power, you can do. The more you send, the more personalized you can get with the stuff that you send out. But the main things that are required, obviously, is going to be the address and the contact group, right? So click save. What did I miss? It's probably address. That's fine. Let's put the address here. Full address. Maybe not. It probably needs like all of these: city, state, postal code, country. I'm not going to mess with that right now in the interest of time. But once you publish this, you're live. Like, guys, you could get this up and running in less than an hour, really, if you wanted to. I think that's about it. Yeah. So really, really powerful stuff. Like, so just to recap. And there's a lot of different ways you could do this too. You don't have to use a pipeline stage, but I think it's easier, especially for longer sales cycles. I mean, if you're using the pipeline anyways, turn it into a smart CRM. It's one of my favorite things about HighLevel is being able to create those smart CRMs so that when you move your prospects to certain stages throughout the pipeline, what do you want to have happen? That's really what we're doing here. And we're just, with Mailbox Power, we're just taking it to the next level in my opinion. Like, this is so freaking cool. I mean, just imagine your prospects, your clients getting this stuff complete, it's a complete surprise. One wasn't expecting it. I can almost guarantee you none of your competition is doing this. Like, what is that going to do for your business? And all you have to do is set it up one time. Like, once this is set up, it's done. Like, you're good to go. And literally every time you move them to that pipeline stage, it's going to send out, it's going to trigger this just super powerful workflow and automation that's going to do wonders for your business. So guys, make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be coming out with more of these workflows, and I can't wait to share them with you because I think they're just going to be an absolute game changer. So if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. I would love to hear your feedback as well. If you're already using Mailbox Power and you've got some cool workflows that you're doing, would love to hear about it. All right. So hope you guys are crushing it, and I will talk to you in the next one. To your success, Matty Ice is out.